used to ride, bump them other guys. Spaced in NC, that's where the hunger lies. Probably wonder why I separate what others try. The crowd magnetized from the voices amplified. Broadcasted live straight from the 919. Pull a dime, man, to find one. I'm gonna take you to another plane. Rappers needing Dr. Dre, but you're in need of Dr. Strange. My time loop is infinite when I implement, and I can break it down, but it's intricate. You're a subordinate, meaning insignificant. Stage your coordinates, I'll bomb you to oblivion. I'll bring it back like replays. I cuts from DJs, a pre-owned second-hand goods off of eBay. A phone card you prepay, and they don't work right. Birds put them in the dirt, hurt from the first strike. Yo, I'm talking Raleigh to Durham, Goldsboro, Chapel Hill, Clayton, Fuquay, Wake Forest, Holly Springs, order. Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine. Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine.
I spit it so easily. You can snitch if you want, that's on y'all, Duke. I'm getting mine legally. Enough hustle to sell Kurt, blow the Russell. Brothers run, could squeeze anacondas with the muscle. I hear niggas letting the track simmer. Better call the fire marshal back when bats enter. That simple. If it's on, my home gon' rush in it. My niggas' arms bust like bumps with pus in it. I keep a sweet 16 like March Madness. My hood, they might shoot ball or shoot ratchets. Full court pressing, looking for the fast break. Thinking a charge gonna stop me is a bad mistake. A lot of acting foul, not my style. Mind beyond the clouds, blazing so you can hear me loud. With Dub on the track, I guarantee to spaz. I'm unstoppable like Denzel on the track.
Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine. Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine.
We were raised to risk our lives just to make a killing. Not realizing it takes time to make a living. The heroes turned to tryhards, we end up riding with the villains. Hard top of hurt, I went translucent feeling, chilling. Sitting on $500 million. If I had $1 for mother fathers that's in their feelings, but why even bother? Me and my scholars continue building like slave labor. Say neighbor, top of the morning, middle finger naysayers, hey haters, talk of the forum. Race baiters, news fakers, socializing for us. It's alright, not the right, we only like to be the chorus. In this upside down world, guess who's beating the tortoise? Get at me gorgeous, I'm the king of my fortress. Watch me peak the performance when I'm speaking in portraits. Painting pictures of the audience, keep the coordinates in accordance with any ordinance. My third eye is enormous. Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine. Hey, yo, live from the 919, one mic, one line, one time, man, we all gon' shine.
Trying to come, nigga. Yo, people always come and go. I can't even trust these hoes. I can't even trust these niggas either, so don't call me bro. I'm just focused on this dough. Focus, try and get some more. Good when you got bread, but it get ugly when a nigga broke. I'm just trying to find my way. Get the fuck up out my way. You ain't talking money, talking cash. Fuck up out my face. City turning up, shit be real. You can see the rate. Blind man had told me just stay real, cause he can see the hate. Hold up, nigga, slow down. Fuck it, it depends now. If I'ma get this money, you'll complain about these bands now. A nigga understand now, it's time to be a man now. Get a legal job and quit fucking with them bands now.
One time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters, sucker, stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday thing. 1 time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters, sucker, stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday. First day, I woke up early to the chirping of the birdies. Don't know what the time brings, the outcome is uncertain. I know it's of the essence, I can feel it every second. Push limits to the basis, otherwise potential wasted. My creative oasis might make a case for greatness. Outside my neighborhood, I'm that tree up in the woods. Do I make a sound in this barren wasteland we work? They stab you in the back to rep the state first. I'm like, get it how you get it. If the method's evil, only lonely at the top. Only if you forget your people. They changing like the tides and hitchhike for the rides. Just as amongst kings, it's an everyday thing. One time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters suckers stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday thing. 1 time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters suckers stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday. Hold up, they never know us. The flavor's always robust. Competition never showed up, yo, they forfeit. Fraudulently flaking, significant mistaken. Moves these haters making as important. I was on that 440, told shorty arrived shortly. Surprised me, she showing that thigh meat. And I be in the zone like when we all alone, right? Netflix and chill, get it, hit it. But then I'm dipping for the end credits, forget it. I'm in my city with the pool like leverage, effort. Grab a leaf and a brew while I cruise the avenue. Pondering these money moves like a checkmate for the crew. 1 time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters suckers stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday thing. 1 time for this money we gain. 2 times for these haters suckers stay in your lane. 3 times for the stress that goes off of my brain. Stacking paper on the daily, it's an everyday thing.
Bands in the duffel. Got it off a block cause a nigga struggle. Moving that way, but gon' flex some muscle. Get it poppin' every day, all my niggas hustle. 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 Posted in the kitchen, whipping up a chicken. Thinking about them days, about the better living. About to put myself in a good position. Nigga played with my moolah and wound up missing. Man, my whip game is foreign. Polo Ralph Lauren, this rap game I'm scoring. You bitch ass niggas is scoring. About to kick your door in, ready for the warring. Leave you face down on the flooring. I be whipping through zone 6 when I be pushing that exotic. Ain't no niggas fucking with my niggas cause we got it. Get it out the mud cause we got that good product. Judge in my right hand don't make a nigga pop it. We get it poppin', any means. Malcolm X about the cream. 45 with the beam. Shoot him in the sleep, that's a wet dream. I'm getting richer, see the picture. Try to run off, my shooter's gonna hit ya. 100 bands in the duffel. Got it off a block cause a nigga struggle. Moving that way, but gon' flex some muscle. Get it poppin' every day, all my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle.
I keep the grind like it's my time. Reap what's mine and redefine. Hustle speed like feet to fire. City live is the empire. Say what? And I be kinda feeling it. Say what? Yeah, I'm young, black and killing it. We cast it out, we reel it in. Known throughout as realest men. Know some more, please fill us in. They compete, we still gon' win. You catch a drift, blows out that slip. Amateurs ain't got that gift. Scrambling, cause here comes rent. Man, y'all suckers trip. I be on it, you be broken. Catch 'em poppin', I be profin'. I be chillin', you be smoking. All your product chasing, go swing. I'll break you down like elbows. Flashy ones get knocked, you see me rockin' shell toes.
100 bands in the duffel. Got it off a block cause a nigga struggle. Moving that way, but gon' flex some muscle. Get it poppin' every day, all my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas hustle. All my niggas
and it's like that. You know it's like that, and it's like that. You know it's like that, and it's like that. You know it's like that, and it's like that. But check it. I get it crackin', dog, like I'm 8 feet tall, playing basketball, blasting y'all, pass the ball. The point of no return, whatever hell you're burning, that's none of my concern. You're speaking out of turn, like when will you ever learn? My whole gang a star, a moment of truth was hard to earn. The daily operation lays the foundation that's based in another dub sound creation. I'm shaping and molding and folding around them. Suckers can't keep up, so they throw the towel in. And I'm like, where is the talent? The way we eat MCs, our stomach never growling. Yeah, and plus the lives stay lava. Venom sharp darts reminiscent of the Shaolin. And the block stay hotter. A game of survivor is the winners getting smarter, and it's like that. You know it's like that. I speak the truth of independence, and I write that. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. They held us down way too long, so we fight back. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. City live, get it poppin' where the mic's at. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. Ha, we came smooth on a hype track.
Mellow. And it's just like that. Ghetto youths, we must fight back. The system try to take what we got, and that is we black freedom. Use that stuff. Never let them take you away. Family to feed the kids need food every day. Many obstacles is always in the way. Couldn't demolish my plans, no not today. The father guide every day. I know to myself they want us to go astray, but we no idiot like what island people would say. Malcolm X and Martin Luther don't pave the way. Get a youth, well you must know history. Them Babylon want to erase it from where them charge we and lock we up a penitentiary. When our black people just want to be free.
And it's like that. You know it's like that. I speak the truth of independence, and I write that. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. They held us down way too long, so we fight back. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. City live, get it poppin' where the mic's at. I said it's like that. You know it's like that. Ha, we came smooth on a hype track.
Like them, making power moves, of course they wanna fight him. A whole lot of barking, they know not to bite him. He carries the torch and they know he will light him. Sidestep the fuckery, although they try to spite him. Alien DNA, rather hard to type him. His brother is the thunder, he's pure lightning. A time bomb ticking, he fixing to start striking. Cool with the gods, but he move like a titan. And they ain't sure if he a light Zulu or dog Viking. Why I say neither, he's a different creature. Sorta like being half vamp, hard like it. Either way, he's all champ. Young Tyson, Carolina King in VA. Keep gliding, Carolina King in VA.
It's go time.
And we are live.
It is G-O time.
Do it like a G-O.
If it's a little bit past 10 o'clock Saturday night, welcome to the effing podcast. I'm your host, Branson.
I am B.D.U.B.
Got to give a shout out to my girl Kelli Jo, my brother Budha. They're not with us tonight. Buddha's at a function. Kelli Jo is at a function as well. So I hope they enjoy their evenings. Have a great night. But me and BBS, we are most definitely going to hold it down tonight. First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to 8th and Fancy for all your adult snacks. Please check them out. The lemonade is amazing. Then I definitely got to give a shout out to my man Kingpin.
Yes.
Locked in with Kingpin. We were on the radio earlier.
Yeah, we just left the radio station and came here.
We ran here to get the podcast started tonight.
That's why we're super late, because we're super important. We had to do 2 things in the same day. So that lets you know we're getting bigger as a podcast.
So definitely shout out my man Kingpin. Also, got to give my girl Chanel Monet a shout out. She came through last week.
She's doing hosting duties.
And yeah, she's hosting tonight, but she came through last week, and the people love Chanel. Chanel got a great feedback from the people I talked to. They really enjoyed her. So hopefully she comes back again. She's a Cowboys fan. I don't know if you saw that. Like, yes, she's a real Cowboys fan. She says she's going to pop in throughout the season to do Cowboy coverage, because there's some Cowboy fans that check out the show, so and it's always fuck the Cowboys, like,
yeah. Well, everybody can't be perfect, so we forgive Chanel Monet for her choice
Chanel
in
come through and
sports.
Appease the Cowboy fans, because I know that there is a part of our fan base that are Cowboy fans. Football season 2-3 months away.
Yes, it is. Doesn't it start in August? Yeah, so we got to go through the summer.
The usual summer without, there's no World Cup this year, is it?
I don't believe so. And if there was, I don't think I would care personally.
It would just give me something else to watch. But, definitely shout out my girl Chanel Monet. I gotta give out RIPs. I hate this part of the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give out an RIP to Mook Diggs. I didn't know him personally, but a lot of people knew him that I associate with, and they were definitely saddened by the situation. I don't know what happened. I don't know any of that. I just wanted to get out RIP because I know a lot of people knew him in the city. Now, I got to give another RIP, and this is for one of my guys that I grew up with down in Columbia. Rest in peace, Face Mob. This is another one of my guys. See, a lot of people don't know, like, Budha keeps me locked in with a lot of people. Like, I wouldn't know people if it wasn't for Budha. And this ties into Budha always is like LLP for Long Live Putt. Well, Face Mob was another one in that group of people. The whole city knew them. So, it's a tough loss. It's unfortunate. Like I was telling one of my coworkers, because they asked me, why do I talk about death so nonchalant? I'm like, I've seen so many people pass.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence at this point in the game.
I've seen so many people pass away. Heard about so many people passing away that it's just become, like you say, common.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of life, unfortunately.
And it is what it is. But definitely rest in peace, Face Mob. He was a good dude, really good dude, And like I say, him and Putt used to run together. So it's like it's even harder and stuff like that, because they were guys and stuff like that. So it's just a tough situation. So like I said, those are the RIPs tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're just going to jump into the show. Gun violence in this country. I got to talk about it because it's just stupid. It's just crazy right now.
Yes, there was another mass shooting in Texas today.
In Allen, Texas, I believe it's near Dallas.
Yes.
And I believe it was 9 injured. I don't know how many were killed, but it was at a mall, and gun violence is just out of control. Just out of control. Yeah. We didn't even talk about last week the guy who they asked him, because he was shooting his gun in the front yard, they asked him to quit shooting the rifle.
Oh, yeah.
And he went back and
killed
the whole family. Like, the gun violence is out of control. There's people out here.
There's nothing we can do about it till somebody passes some legislation.
There's nothing we can do about it. It's nothing. It's nothing. People they don't have enough balls to stand up, because especially down south, people cling to the guns and their Bible. So,
and their racism.
You know, certain things just aren't ever going to stop. It's never going to stop.
Never.
And unfortunately, it's like death. You just have to get conditioned to it. Like I think it was you who mentioned it. You would think after Columbine, like,
yeah,
there would have been some.
Well, I mean, after wasn't it Sandy Hook?
Even more reason to instill. Columbine was high school kids. Sandy Hook was younger kids, and you would think they would have instilled something to try to make the citizens of this country feel a little bit safer, and they didn't. They just keep scooting right by this issue, and we're going to keep dealing with the same stuff over and over again. So y'all just get ready.
Unfortunately,
get your well wishes and prayers together, because that's all we're going to be able to do about it. They're not going to do anything about this gun problem that we have in this country.
Unfortunately, no.
And it's a shame. Now, off of that. We off all that.
Off the violence.
Today.
Yes.
Scrolling down Facebook, you know, just minding my black ass business.
And
then I see this post that says, Chris Brown jumped Usher. Nah, ain't no way. People making up stuff out in these streets nowadays. Like, there is no way that Chris Brown and Usher got into an altercation. But lo and behold, that is exactly what happened. And to top it off, what makes it even crazier is this party was being thrown for Chris Brown.
Yes.
It was Chris Brown's party.
And it was a skate party. That sounds like the worst type of place to have a fight at. People mobile, running around.
So, what is being alleged, Chris Brown and
Tiana
Taylor got into a little riff.
Yes.
People tried to quell it. Even Usher came through to try to, piece it out.
Yes.
And it seems, and all this is alleged, seems that Chris Brown might have, got a little mouthy on the way out the venue.
Yes.
He might have uttered some words that Usher didn't find too flattering.
Yes.
So, Chris Brown and Chris Brown's entourage make their way out the venue. And
Usher follows them, which is where I think Usher kind of screwed up, assuming that
Usher messed up for following him.
Possibly. I mean, see, the thing is, we don't have all the details right now, so everything is kind of murky. Maybe there is a valid reason. That's why we're going to
throw allegedly in front of everything, and then we're going to come up with something.
I mean, just basically from the details that I have now, if Usher and Chris Brown got into an argument in the party, and then Chris Brown and his entourage leave, I would say Usher probably should step back and give, himself time to calm down, themselves time to calm down. I don't think he should have immediately followed. But that's just based off the details I'm hearing now. Something could have happened, something could emerge later on, maybe tomorrow or in the following week, where I would be like, okay, yeah, Usher maybe had to follow him, so it's really hard to say what should have happened and shouldn't so early.
I kind of look at it like this, because if I'm Usher, I'm like, I threw you a party. Mm-hmm. You came to said party, and got rude.
Yeah.
So as the host of this party, I'm coming outside to talk to you. I think that he is still in his right to go outside. Now, you might be right. He might need to calm down because, like I said, Chris was talking slick at the mouth. Mm-hmm. So he possibly should have taken a second to wait. But
I think both parties, because I'm pretty sure. Usher.
I'm sure it was some greasy talking.
I mean, if I was Usher and I threw the party, I'd feel some sort of way of just you having an argument with me publicly. Any type of animosity.
Exactly. I feel some type of way that you're at a party thrown for you acting up.
Exactly.
So then allegedly Chris Brown's entourage jumps on Usher. I don't know if Chris Brown did it. I think I read that Chris Brown got arrested with.
They said, Usher, you got it bad, and then they jumped him.
Well, I thought I read somewhere that Chris Brown and his entourage got arrested.
I didn't see anything about allegedly. Cops. Well, I mean, I'm still reading on it.
That's allegedly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look further into it. They might not have got arrested, but what we do know is that there was an altercation between Usher and Chris Brown's entourage. Yeah.
Who will win in a fair one between Chris Brown and Usher? Because I know Chris Brown has a severe height advantage over Usher. Usher's like 5'8". Chris Brown is 6'4".
Yeah, but see, Chris Brown allegedly on them drugs. Yeah. And allegedly on them drugs. And they might give you a little bit more advantage. And they said Chris Brown was a little intoxicated when it happened. You know, Chris Brown has been in a lot of
stuff, man.
He possibly could blackball himself with this situation.
I don't think he can ever blackball him. He's always going to have a fan base no matter what.
Yeah.
Maybe not the support of the industry, or the guest appearances, but he has a solid fan base that will always support him.
There's a segment that will never support him for real.
I know, but there's a segment that will always support him. You know?
Yeah, but you're taking away from that segment now with this Usher thing because, you know, Usher has a pretty big fan base as well.
I know, but there's a lot of people that like Chris Brown and will stay Chris Brown fans, even if they like Usher or don't like Usher. Chris Brown has a very loyal fan base.
He does. I will say that. But this is just Chris Brown striking again.
Chris Brown could like shoot somebody on the Broadway in the middle of Manhattan in the daytime and still have fans.
We're going to have to see how this plays out. I'm just like, I don't know. Chris
it's
Brown
too early.
He might have crossed the line this time, like because.
No, he's crossed. He's a habitual line stepper.
Oh, he's a habitual line stepper. He keeps hopping back and forth. But how many times do you get a pass at certain things, especially for violence? It's more of the violence aspect of it. You know, you're in trouble for violence most of the time, or that's what you more known been for is for violent acts.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think this might have been the
this is going to cause some damage because Usher was always a supporter of Chris Brown, and I'm sure because of that they had fans, whereas I'm sure a lot of Usher fans might not support Chris Brown now.
Yeah, but like you said, we'll wait to see what.
Yeah, there's got to have more details before we figure everything out. It's all sensationalized right now. But the one thing I can say is Usher did perform today at the Lovers and Friends tour with the Brat had her stomach out, but that's another point. But Usher was there, and they posted some video on IG of his face, and you know it didn't look like it. Yeah,
but I mean, this is not the verses we wanted.
Yeah,
this is definitely not the verses.
It kind of is.
Chris Brown and Usher, like
you know what would have been better is if Jeezy Gucci Mane's verses was like Chris Brown and Usher's verses. That would be something. They just need to switch roles.
But this is the thing. We passed that part of life. Like that. That was a beef that should have been handled.
I mean, really, they're
years ago.
Usher's middle age and Chris Brown is 30. Yeah, he's close to 40.
So you know,
closing in.
These are issues that, as just not only celebrities but black celebrities, this stuff can't be happening. Not like this. Like this just can't be happening. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Like these two mega stars, not just regular superstars. These are mega stars we're talking about. It just can't happen as black men. You see what I'm saying? So that's the disappointing aspect about it. And you know alcohol is involved and drugs as well.
It's always involved. Alcohol is always a factor. I want to know what happened between Chris Brown and Tiana Taylor to set it off. That's the main issue. I bet he was talking shit about the Knicks. Wait. Amon ain't even in the league.
I don't think he's playing no more. So, yeah, you're right. Let's be
that
careful
was
about what you said to Tiana Taylor because
like, damn, why ain't your man's in the league right now? The Knicks could have used him.
She does have a husband who, like,
yeah.
Mine is he. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't know. Shump is he look. He
Aren't they
like,
married legally?
Yeah, like he.
How come she doesn't have his last name? That's kind of effed up. I just thought about that. I've never heard somebody say Tiana Taylor Shumpert.
Yeah.
Well, that's a side note.
It's cool. I know a lot of women who have
unacceptable.
The other name is hyphened, but you know.
The hyphenated is fine. It's just it's not.
You just don't carry it at all.
Yeah.
You know, she know what it is. I'm sure, so he don't have to. He don't have to remind her.
We should probably close that door. I'm starting to hear sounds from outside.
Oh
yeah. You know you live like in a Mexican complex when it's 11 p.m. and there's like 8-year-olds running around outside screaming and shit. No, I wouldn't say that, but yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, speaking of,
yes.
We do a topic switch real quick. One thing that black people despise.
What's that?
Is when we have fun with another culture's holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Black people despise. There's a sect of black people that hate when you partake in other cultures' holidays. St. Patty's Day, Cinco de Mayo. You know, people kind of took it a little personal. Cinco de Mayo just passed. I know a lot of people celebrated it.
Yeah, I sort of kind of do.
But you should. Aren't you like
part Mexican? Yeah, yes.
So you should be celebrating. It was for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, people were getting upset because people were celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Chill out. It's cool. Like Juneteenth is coming up. We're going to have just as good of a time, probably a better time. So, you know, we good. Like, you know, we got to
remember they gonna have they specifically gonna have black names for Juneteenth. When they do the Juneteenth thing, they gonna have a bunch of Mexicans be like, my black name, and you know they gonna choose.
I'm good with that.
No. You know they gonna choose the most out of bounds black names you can get, like Cleophas or Boonquifa. You know, it's going to be downright racist and borderline disrespectful. So
I don't think.
Just prepare, mentally prepare.
I don't think they'll take it that far.
They will.
I don't think so.
They will.
We'll see. But
I'm telling you, they will.
I didn't do any drinking for Cinco de Mayo or anything.
I just cooked a lot of Mexican food, and that was it. I cooked fajitas, chicken feet. I was going to do tacos, but they were greasy, and I want to kind of keep it light. And then I did some enchiladas, same thing. I did cheese enchiladas, no meat. And then I did refried beans. I just did those from the can because I'm not frying and refrying, but I did put together the banging Spanish rice, so it was an overall good meal. Oh, I did make my own homemade salsa, and I made my own homemade tortilla chips. I cut up, put them in the air fryer. You let them cook.
How they turn out,
man, bruh? I do not even eat bag chips anymore. I mean, you know, if I got to feed a large mass of.
That's a strong statement there.
I will tell anybody, you got the air fryer 350, you cut up a corn tortilla, spray it with some canola oil or something, you put it in there for like 3 minutes, then you flip it over another 3 minutes, throw some salt on it.
Or whatever.
Bruh, you will not touch another bag chip once you make your own homemade corn tortilla chips.
Heard it here first.
I put my aunt.
I'm sure somebody's going to try it.
I put my aunt onto that. And she's Mexican, sort of. She's like from that side, and she didn't know about it. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, and you make your own homemade sauce and all that, man. And we had margaritas, so
can never turn out a good margarita though.
Yeah, it was a pretty festive Cinco de Mayo.
Topic switch.
Go for it.
My man Freddie Gibbs.
Oh man,
has made it back in the news again. Freddie ain't ever in the news for nothing good.
The infamous Freddie Gibbs. It's not like, hey, new music from Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie isn't ever in the news for anything good. His last album was dope though. It was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as Alfredo.
Yeah, none of I think Freddie's best albums to me were the ones he did with Madlib, but also that one with a lot of singing on it, the one that had Basketball Wives. I forgot the name of it.
I know which one you talk about. The one he did with Alchemist, yo. That shit. Like, and we'll go back to Al in a minute because I want to touch on him. But Freddie Gibbs, allegedly, well, it's not allegedly, it's all over the internet.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend Destiny Fox put the rapper on blast for allegedly ghosting her after he found out she was pregnant. So she just basically put a long thread.
Yo, some of this stuff this woman put out there, I don't know if it's, the woman upset.
She does porn.
She does porn. DJ Academics made a post that was just, wow, DJ Academics is out of bounds sometimes.
Yeah.
But his ex-girlfriend, I don't know, what is he? Future baby mom. I don't know what we're going to call it.
She said Freddie and them met in 2020. He slid in the DMs on IG. He knew she did porn, and he didn't care.
I'm sure he didn't.
Yeah, and then they were in a relationship. They went on a trip to Europe together, and claims it was serious. They spoke about having a baby together. And so it's kind of a weird situation because it really, I think Freddie did some of the stuff she says. Rappers can be real lames.
Look, if you heard what this woman said, or what she has on him, I'm getting ready to put it in the group chat.
Yeah, no, it says went to Gibbs, jumped into Buffalo, New York.
I just put it in the group chat. Go look at the picture she says that Freddie sent her. And then we're going to discuss that because if she has a picture like that.
A picture of Freddie spread.
If she has a picture like that.
So she has a picture of Freddie spread eagle.
Yes, that's what she says she has.
And the picture's called Are You Ready for Freddie? Is that what it's called?
She says that she has a picture of Freddie with
Gibbs spread eagle,
holding open both cheeks. That's supposedly what she says she has a picture of.
And social media has ruined rappers. I would think Freddie Gibbs is like the super coolest nigga in the world just based off of music and the little skits he does. And then you find out about all the stuff behind the scenes.
She better not, if she has alleged pictures, they better not leak or it's a wrap.
It could be a very negative thing, but I mean,
if those pictures.
But here's how whack hip hop has gotten. That stuff is normalized. We got gay rappers now, openly gay rappers. We got niggas pretending they gay rappers, and they ain't even really gay. True. So now just to sell
records.
So I don't really think it's going to damage his career like it would have in the 90s. Like, remember in the 90s, or in the Prodigy in a dancing leotard outfit was enough to get him clowned. Now you got dudes spread eagle with their legs in the air and stuff. And
I mean, you got dudes with the leotard on.
Yeah, dudes joking.
It's what they're wearing now.
Yeah, I mean.
So now you we laughed at Prodigy for that. Now,
but now, these is like 10,000 times more weird. That's not right. But yeah, Freddie Gibbs it's weird to hear him talk so openly about wanting to have a baby with a porn star on purpose.
I mean, it's just like, and I know a lot of guys do it. Like you're with.
I don't understand that.
I don't know. You said they were together since 2020,
or they met in 2020.
Well, I mean that builds up a lot of trust to send a picture like that.
But it's just kind of weird because what was Freddie expecting to happen is my curiosity. Because all that's going to happen is if you stay with a chick is you're just going to end up getting her pregnant. That's all that happens, like 100% of the time, unless something's wrong or she's on birth control. Yeah, you stay with a chick in a relationship, whether you love her or not.
Fucking raw, y'all.
Yeah,
she gonna get pregnant. Like,
that's just how it is.
So yeah,
that's why I learned.
Was thinking, like,
if you don't want a baby with a chick, you just gotta stop. You gotta get away from her.
or strap up.
Strap up, but still.
Put a condom on, like,
Yeah.
you know, but you get comfortable with a person and condoms go out the window.
Yeah, yeah. You only use condoms like 2 or 3 times just to prove that you do it with everybody else.
But you use a condom like you say a couple of times, that thing gone because now y'all are comfortable.
And it's even weirder with women in their like 30s because now they don't want to use condoms either.
Condoms I can be the ultimate mood killer. That's the unfortunate fact. Like as great and a necessity as condoms are, they can kill a mood quicker.
That's why women need to be on birth control. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. You just got to make wise decisions. If you're going to do it without the condom,
what happened to the
Freddie
sponge?
Gibbs, you're going to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Like if you don't use a condom, you're going to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want that responsibility on you though? Like I wouldn't. And I got kids, and you know I've been on the wrong side of this, but now I'm like, you know, I'd rather the decision be in my court. You know,
yeah,
that's how I'm going to talk. You know, from now on, you know, you want the decision to be on you, not up to her. That's nothing against her.
No, it's something against her. She might not be somebody you should have a baby with.
Possibly, but you want that on you. You want that burden on your shoulders. So that's where I go with that now. Speaking, hopefully, a little wiser than I was in my younger years.
Well, I just learned to pull out, and that's pretty much resolved a lot of. You know, there were some mistakes. You know, she was cool.
Flawed method,
yeah, you know. Well, yeah, you know, early on before I learned to control the stroke, you know, there was a couple clinic visits. You know, but hey. We get better and stronger, faster.
Like you say, after perfecting it, because it's a flawed
methods.
method. But you know, you can't.
It's a flawed method, but it does work if you do it right. I've learned to be the prince of the pullout.
Some dudes just was like, fuck the pullout, and that's where it ended. Yeah. All right, topic switch.
I learned to pull out based on these parking spaces here. You better pull out these parking spaces here, or you'll be stuck here forever. Go next topic.
Conway's new album.
I'm still listening to it. It's still fresh in my mind, but I like the second half a lot better than the first half. I will say that. You know what ruined Conway's album? Now that I think about it, that second song.
What is it?
That one, Brucifix. That beat sucks.
I haven't seen it in order. I've just heard songs off the album.
Okay, there's a song. Okay, I can tell you the order.
What's the name of the album, first of all?
The name of the album is, hold on, I'll pull it up. Won't He Do It?
Okay, that's the name of it.
Won't He Do It? The new Conway album, Conway the Machine. Yeah, okay, so the second song on the album, the first is Quarters. The second is Brucifix.
Quarters is dope.
Brucifix is a song.
Is West Side on that song?
Yeah.
You don't like Brucifix?
No, that beat sucks. That beat is horribly bad.
Like, because I think on the video I saw is Quarters and Brucifix. They it's a group song.
Yeah, that Brucifix, that beat is so trash to me. It's just, I can't get into it. That song in particular. The rest of the album was all right, but that song particularly is trash to me.
I think with this album,
it's the beat.
It's the beat.
It's the beat. It's not the lyrics.
I'm going to have to go listen to it again.
I'll play it right after. I got it already queued up in Amazon Music.
The show will listen. But I think with this album, it just solidifies that Conway is a rapping MFer. Like, Conway just be rapping.
Oh, yeah, he's a dope MC.
It's not a lot of artists that rap like Conway does. And he's so... He's becoming so versatile. Mm-hmm. Like, he's changing up his styles and things of that nature that, you know, I'm a Benny fan. Yeah,
Brucifix. Yeah, that song ruined it.
I'm right now at this time saying that Conway is the best lyricist in the group. Like,
better than Benny? Or Benny's punchlines?
To me, Benny's just the star. Like, it's just, he has this star quality to him that I think. But what is it? Cross Tween Cross, one of the songs on Conway album. Man, look, Conway is a beast with bars. Like he spits like it's 93.
Tween Cross Tween.
Yeah, Tween Cross Tween.
I'll play it after the podcast because I still don't know songs by the titles now at this point.
That song is, and then the one with Ran. Of course, Ransom is just going to do his thing anyway. Yeah. But I like the album.
Yeah, I mean, so far after the first listen, other than Brucifix, the reason you know why Brucifix really screws with me is because it's at the beginning of the album. Track number 2 shouldn't have a beat like that. You have to slide a beat like that in later on or after you've heard like 5 or 6 bangers. It really threw me off when I started listening to the album.
I'm going to check. We're going to check it out after.
Yeah. We could check it out right now. We can go to a transition for 30 seconds while I play it.
I will say this, though. Benny's album comes out August the 11th.
Okay.
He better come with it. Because Conway right now.
You know Griselda is getting big time when they're taking months between projects. He used to just banging you in the head every other week.
But Griselda has so many, like, I guess they have so much music in their catalog. Like, that's how it was. Now that you're got these big deals, especially Benny being signed to whatchamacallit, the Rock Nation, like, yeah, they can't drop like that no more. He gets, 2? You get one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. I remember Luda did 3 albums in 1 year one time.
And everybody thought DMX was the man for doing those too.
Now these niggas drop 1 million mixtapes and
MC8 just dropped a double disc.
Yes, he did.
Shit. I forgot the name of the album. I'm feeling bad for that.
All right.
Wait. Oh. We got to give a special shout out to the album I have been bumping all week. Sugar Free and Cocaine, Sugar Cane. Is my
Sugar Free been on
the tear. Years. He's been on. It's too pimptastic. Bitch in Your Trunk. That's my favorite song off the album. It is a fly West Coast album. Sugar Free is one of my favorite rappers of all time. DJ Quick is one of my favorite producers of all time. So
that's the album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think Quick produced on it, but I mean, just Sugar Free alone with Cocaine. You know,
you need to check out this.
That is an album you need to check out. Nice 10 quick tracks. It'll get you pimping back. It'll help you get a backbone and get you macking tight. You know, Sugar Free had me ready to throw a bitch in the trunk. That's how strong the Mac game is with that album. So, yeah, check that.
We've been on the scene for a minute.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, next topic. I just had to throw that one.
Missy Elliott.
Oh, yes.
First female rapper, I believe, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is she really the first?
Yeah, that threw me off, too. I was like, really? But
no, and look, no disrespect, because this is a big achievement for
what I'm saying is, I thought there was somebody who had already done that before. That's what I meant when I was like,
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, I just
Pepper.
Sometimes when you hear somebody breaking a record, you're like, damn, it took this long to do it. Like, nah, I just thought that was something that was already done and established. That's why it throws you off.
Caught me off guard. Like the first female rapper ever to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
This could lead into, who else is worthy? Little Kim?
Queen deserves to be in there. Queen's done everything from rapping to Broadway to stuff. Like,
I like Queen Latifah, but like she ain't had as many hits as Missy. To me, Missy is a special breed of MC where she wrote her rhymes. And, it was creative, and she could spit when she needed to spit.
She was super creative stuff. Like, I guess she was.
I don't think there are too many female rappers that are really on her level that are worthy of the choice.
She wasn't really saying nothing, though. Like,
she's not lyrical. I'll be the first to tell you that. No, she wasn't.
But the beats were hot.
No, it's the fact that she wrote her. It's the fact that she wrote her lyrics and she was creative. She would do different melodies and stuff. Like, I'm not listening to a Missy Elliott record to hear lyrics.
Oh,
like
I said, not to take away. She definitely deserves, because she's deserving of it. Like, she's deserving of this. Like you said, it's just first,
that threw me off.
Like, wow,
They should have had MC Light in there or something. I think, you know what it is? I think maybe it's like a limited discography, because how many hits? Yeah, Queen Latifah didn't have a great deal of hits. She had UNITY, Ladies First. What else? That was just her hit, not like, you know, where she pops up as a guest feature or something. But those are it. That's it.
I mean,
what? Those were her two biggest hits.
New Jersey, I thought that was dope.
I'm not saying she doesn't have hits, but those are her two biggest hits. UNITY is her biggest hit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
I mean, like I said, Missy deserves it.
Yeah,
but
Missy has the most hits.
Salt and Pepper, they don't deserve it.
In terms of pioneers, yeah, they didn't write their rhymes. They weren't super lyrical.
They deserve.
Did they innovate the game? Because Missy kind of did innovate the game. She didn't do it by herself. She had to have Timberland to provide that soundscape.
Let's talk about sex in her. Like they kind of changed the
game.
That
didn't change the game.
I think it changed the game a little bit.
No, it didn't.
You're not giving Salt and Peppers here their credit.
I'm not saying they were pioneers, but they didn't write their rhymes.
Could it be because Missy had a bigger fan base than
Missy wrote her rhymes?
The ones mentioned before. Missy, because about the Missy time now we're acting.
I'm trying to think. Who really deserves as a female rapper to be even in that category? Okay, you said Queen Latifah. I'll give you that. I mean, she's up there. MC Light, yeah.
Salt and Pepper. That's about it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, what about Little Kim? Foxy didn't do nowhere near enough.
Then we get to like Gangsta Boo,
no,
Mia X,
no,
Yo-Yo,
no,
Rage,
no. Like, I mean, these are all talented rappers. I'm not saying, but in terms of like hits, impact, nah. These were all sidekicks to clicks.
Nobody's delivering hits at the rate Missy was delivering.
None of those were really solo artists. They were just like part of a clique. Yeah. Who else? I'm trying to think. Like, there's nobody.
Not like that. Not.
I mean, they're talented females, but you know, in terms of like impact, influence, it's very limited. Even Lauryn Hill.
It wasn't that many female rappers who were getting that shine. Like
Lauryn Hill is like Brandon Roy.
Trina.
Trina don't. Nah. Trina, nah.
I'm just naming.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're naming, but it's just like there's nobody really. JJ Fad. JJ Fad, no.
We're here to rock.
Yeah, Supersonic.
But that's the difference in hip hop now, though. Not to really go off on a tangent.
Nicki Minaj might. I would say Nicki. Nicki is probably the only female from this era that could probably be considered for the rock and roll.
Remy,
no. I like Remy, but she just don't have the discography.
I'm just throwing out there, popular.
That's it. Nicki Minaj is like the only, probably the last female rapper.
On Kingpin show earlier, and I say this all the time. Like, this right here is the renaissance of female hip hop.
Renaissance.
I think so, because there's so many female artists out. It's not like who. You got Glorilla, you got Cardi, you got Meg. Plus, you have a couple of other underlings that are up under them. Like, this is really, to me, I think this is the most females have.
You're into Suki Hana and Booty Hole Brown.
But I've heard of a couple of female artists, like back when it was really male dominated. It was really male dominated. And right now, I think the females are getting more of a lane than they've ever had. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, they do have a lane. It's just weird to me, man. But there is a very limited category of women available for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as rappers.
Very limited. Very, very limited. And Missy is probably the most deserving.
Yeah.
And then, I think Nicki after that.
Yeah, Nicki, I can see that.
All right, let's do a little sports news.
Yes.
Let's get into sports.
NBA.
Bronny has announced that he will be attending USC. Now, unfortunately for the South Carolina fans, that is not the Gamecocks.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Bronny won't be a cock.
Sorry, guys. Bronny will not be attending Williams-Brice, but he will definitely be going to the University
Trojans.
of Southern California Trojans. I think it's
the NIL, and he got a NIL deal of what, $7.4 million so far.
He's going to get a lot of money.
Oh, he's going to get a shit ton of. I'm pretty sure he'd probably be. It wouldn't surprise me if he was like the top.
Look, Bron probably put that 7.4. Like,
nah, he earned that.
But Bronny will be a Trojan, and who's the last great Trojan that was there? I'm gonna throw a name.
O.J. Mayo. I don't know. I'm just throwing.
That was a good one though.
Yeah. Oh.
I was going to say, did Harold Miner go there? Did he?
Yeah, he may have. I mean, we can confirm on Google.
So Bronny will probably be the biggest star to ever go to
USC.
USC.
Really?
Shout out my man Chavez. He went to USC. My sister's brother. He was a Trojan too. But I can't think of a lot of Trojans.
Evan Mobley, Dwayne Dedman, O.J. Mayo, Isaiah Mobley.
O.J. Mayo real quick.
No, I'm just going through a list. Nick Young, Evan Mobley, Brian Scalabrine, Harold Miner, you're right, Gabe Pruitt.
So Bronny going to be the biggest name to go to the USC.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Most definitely.
Because O.J. Mayo was a beast. Don't get me wrong. O.J. Mayo could ball. And
he put down the weed.
Mobley is nice. He's going to mold himself into a baller. Harold Miner was a dunking machine.
So was Darvin. It's funny looking at Darvin Ham on the sideline. Like, this nigga broke backboards and stuff. Yeah.
Coaching. I mean, I think he's doing a good job. I think
Taj Gibson went to USC.
Nick,
you think Bronny's going to be bigger than Taj Gibson?
Definitely. Bronny, like I said, is the biggest name that's ever gone to USC up to this point.
Yeah.
If O.J. Mayo, Harold Miner, and Evan Mobley are the three, like I think the top three, maybe Scalabrine.
Mm-hmm.
If those are the top four, Bronny's going to be the biggest Trojan ever of all time.
Yeah, I can see that now. Now that I'm seeing their alumni list.
Like, yes, he's going to be the biggest Trojan ever.
That's strange. I thought they would attract a bigger pool of athletes. But hey, so that's going to be interesting. He's only going to probably be there 1 year, and then he's going to be like, "Okay, Dad,
If you think about it, most basketball players go to UCLA. It's UCLA.
Yeah, you're right.
UCLA. So I don't know. Maybe this starts a trend for basketball players going to USC, because I'll tell you now, when I was giving out, but it makes sense though. I wouldn't have thought Bronny would have went to USC, but now that I'm like, well, they are out in LA, stuff like that. So
he wants to be near home.
It kind of makes sense, and you probably don't want.
It'd have been better if he wasn't.
But like we're saying though, what a way to build your name, going to a school that you're probably going to be the biggest name there, and this is the way to start your career off.
What if Bronny went to an HBCU? That'd have been cool. That program wouldn't have been able to handle Bronny. Bronny would have been averaging 60 points.
HBCU basketball and football are two different things. And I just think a talent of Bronny's magnitude.
Only one HBCU football player got drafted, right? Deion was like, I'm so disappointed.
They don't give HBCUs nowhere near a fair shot.
Yeah.
I mean, they give Bronny one because it's Bronny.
Yeah.
But
what if Bronny were to go to HBCU? Oh, my God.
You would never be able to get in the game. You would never be able to get into a game.
All them sisters. Oh God, he could
You
just have
would
his
never
pick.
be able to get into a Bronny James game if he went to a HBCU. Never.
Oh, of course not.
Never.
No,
It would be
it
impossible.
would have to be streamed.
Like, you would never be able to see this boy play because that gym would be
Too small.
packed. It's too small. Too small for
They'd have to play in Dukes. Like, Duke, can we borrow your court?
Like, it'd be too small. So, yeah, shout out to Bronny.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
He used to couldn't jump. Now the boy got a little hop in him. Like, this going to be interesting to see how good he really pans out to be because his dad is probably the greatest. Like, he's in talks to be the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan's sons never panned out.
Yeah.
So Bronny's already on.
Real talk, Bronny will never be
No,
Bron.
but he's on a higher course than Jordan's sons were.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that don't mean nothing. Well, yeah, it actually does because Jordan's son is at a new low now.
I'm just saying, as in their basketball coming up. Jordan's sons, one went to play somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, Florida. He was a Cobra, wasn't he? Central Florida, UCFA.
But LeBron, we want to see what USC does. USC, UCLA.
What if he leads them to like the Final Four?
Oh, like I'm just
First
waiting
round
to see
pick.
what this kid's. Because let's be honest, when LeBron first came out, we all were like, "Ain't no way this boy going to do all this stuff. Like, it's just not possible." But fast forward 20 years later, and the boy did about all that stuff we said he wasn't going to do. So I'm not going to sit here and say Bronny can't. It's unimaginable, but Bron did the unimaginable.
Yeah, but I mean, Bron, you could clearly see Bron was next level at 13, 14. You know,
like the biggest dude in the.
Yeah, I mean, Bronny isn't gonna ever be LeBron in terms of like talent or accomplishments, and I think it would be wrong to put that level of expectation on anybody, but let alone his son. Nah, if Bronny makes it to a few All-Star games in his career, I think that would be overachieving. Because, I mean, everybody said it. He's good, but he's not next level.
And they say he's not even the best one of the
Yeah,
kids.
and then Bryce.
Yeah, they say Bryce is the better player, which
He
I
might
can
be.
see because he's a little
the
taller
LaMelo.
and like
The LaMelo of the
see how
clique.
this pans out, but like I say, I'm interested.
Yeah,
I'm interested
I mean,
to see how
I'm going to
this
root
plays out
for
with these
Bronny.
kids.
I don't have anything against him, but I mean, I'm definitely not going to put any expectations that he's anywhere near the level of his father. I think, like I said, if he becomes a great role player or makes it to the starting lineup, I think, that's his expectation. I don't expect him to be a superstar.
I told you earlier.
But it'd be cool if he is.
I told you earlier when we were on the radio. I
What's
said
that?
I would take Bronny number one. I would take him number one.
I know, because you're saying
because
LeBron will be a package
LeBron's
deal.
coming with him.
But how many teams are going to want to build around a 40-something-year-old player? He gets to a point where LeBron can be a liability.
You're right. I'm looking at it from the monetary
But I'm sure
aspect.
LeBron will do it for the league
Ticket
minimum.
sales, jersey sales.
I'm sure LeBron will get the league minimum, Veterans League minimum.
And you're saying we got what, one year?
Yeah,
till
1
Bronny
year.
Get to
Yeah. So LeBron got to win the championship this year. He could take it easy next season, get him to the playoffs. Because his rep is going to be saved if he wins the championship this year, so he could take next year
I
off.
think his reps already saved this year because the Lakers weren't supposed to be that good, and they are.
Well, that
they
trade
might-
saved them. That trade saved everybody.
I think, like I tell people, if Bron wins another championship this year, it doesn't put him with Jordan, but it definitely clears him with Kobe. You can't have the Kobe conversation with Bron no more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel.
But I think it's going to be L.A. and the Heat. I think the Heat right now are just next level, but I don't know because it misses so many players.
Topic switch. Let's go ahead and just get into
The players, NBA.
Let's get into the NBA playoffs. First off, because you stealing my man Shine.
Who?
Slow down.
Who?
I gotta give the process his due respect.
Here comes the head stepper.
Diligence.
Word of mouth.
I gotta give the process his love.
The head stepper.
The first MVP since 2002, Allen Iverson. Joel Embiid did bring home an MVP to the Sixers this year. Congratulations.
Can he bring him a champion? They ain't winning the championship.
We don't know that yet.
No, I'm sorry. You got James
don't
Harden
know
on
that.
your team.
Did you see that last game they played?
I saw that last and Harden shine, but I'm telling you, he's too much of a liability for y'all. He's not a champion.
Sean Harden was looking real scary in Game 3.
Oh yeah.
He didn't really want to shoot. He.
That's why I said y'all ain't winning the championship with Harden. Harden, he's not clutch when you need him to be clutch, or at least all the time. He don't show up.
I don't need you to be clutch. I just need you to give. I need you to give me 2 games. No, I just need you to give me one more game, and I need Maxey to give me one more. Give me
Maxey's
one game.
good.
Maxey, give me one game. Harden, give me one more game. Joel will give me 2.
Harden is just man.
JoJo will give me 2 games. I just need Harden to give me one more game.
Championship basketball. Harden is not champion caliber.
Because we're going to need it against the Celtics. The Celtics are tough. Tatum and Brown the other night were amazing. That boy playing with that black mask was amazing.
Oh yeah, Jalen
last night.
Jalen Brown.
They weren't missing shots at all. Like, if they're going to play like that, Philly has no chance. We have no chance. If Harden's going to play like that, we have no chance. But I believe that Philly can take Boston. I really think they can.
I don't.
Last night was just, we were still celebrating that MVP. I think the game tomorrow, we tie the series up at 2-2, and it goes from there.
Yep, Lakers won 127 to 97.
We'll do the West in a second.
I know. I was just checking the score live.
I got the Sixers in 7. You probably got Boston like 6 or 7, but I got the Sixers in 7. Now, we're going to jump to the other series in the East.
The Heat.
And the Knicks.
Oh. The Knicks are going to get stomped. It's sad, too, because the Heat are just on this tremendous momentum run.
It's crazy how they threw the Bucks out the playoffs, and I really do think they're going to toss the Knicks out. I don't think the Knicks are good enough.
The Knicks, and I'm glad, too, because, it never questioned the heart of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler will will you to the – he's going to go to the finals. He ain't winning.
Dude. We let Jimmy Butler go.
I know.
To make Ben Simmons feel good about himself. I have to live with that.
Jimmy didn't want to be there.
Yes, he did.
No, he said y'all weren't tough enough.
He wanted to be there. We just wanted to appease Ben Simmons' trash ass. And now look, both of them gone. And Jimmy out there being
Jimmy said y'all niggas was soft. Y'all ain't want to win. And he said that about Minnesota, too. So he said, I need to go to Miami.
Let's be honest.
What?
Let's be honest.
What?
He's been gone from Minnesota for how long, and how much better have they gotten?
Oh, no. I'm not.
Probably gotten worse, while Philly has improved.
Slightly. Not as good as they should.
Minnesota has not improved at all. If not, has taken a step back. And that's because I don't think that they are serious in Minnesota like that.
Oh, no, no. They got to get rid of Cat.
And that's my biggest.
I think he's
and we're off on a tangent,
soft.
but it's cool because I'm with you. Cat is too damn soft. I don't need my big shooting threes all game. I just don't need you shooting threes all game like you're dirt. Like you're not.
He's dirt.
Like he's not dirt. He need to be up under the post. He need to be in the post, up under the basket, back to the basket. You can shoot a couple of threes, but he shoots entirely too many threes a game. But back to the Knicks and Heat, I think the Heat in 6. The Knicks might get one more game. But I think the Heat in 6. And what's wild is the Heat are doing this without Tyler Hero. Like, these other dudes are stepping up, hitting shots from everywhere. Kyle Lowry playing good ball, too. Okay. Suns, Nuggets.
KD is very well. They won yesterday.
Yes, 2-1 Nuggets.
But I'm very disappointed that the Suns will. Well, I mean, I guess they're not fully set up as a team to make that championship run. I don't know.
The Suns?
Yeah.
they're not deep.
Yeah, they need the season. I really think they should come back stronger next year. But
there are only 7 players? Did they play 7 players? Yeah. Like you can't beat no team in the playoffs only playing 7 players. Like, damn. And they're finding that out because Denver plays 10. Yeah. Like Denver plays their whole fucking bench.
And Chris Paul needs a ring. I say that all the time.
Chris Paul needs to stay on the court to get a ring. Chris Paul is hurt.
Yeah, but he's only hurt till Game 5.
They could be out of the series by Game 5.
They won.
Yeah, but the Nuggets can win 4 and 5. He's not coming back till 6. So the Nuggets could win 4 and 5, and that's another season Chris Paul has went down the playoffs again.
Damn.
That makes
3,
4, maybe 5.
Oh, yeah. He could have won with Houston.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's went down a lot. You went down with the Clippers at least twice.
I completely forgot he was with the Houston.
You went down with Houston once. You went down.
And they could have won.
You went down with the Suns. Didn't you go down last year?
Yep.
Like, it might be time to, we'll see.
Interesting. And the other Lakers and Golden State.
I will say this.
That was a very exciting game, even though Golden State lost pretty bad.
People are going to miss LeBron James when he is not here anymore.
Yes. Or retired.
That's what I mean. When he's not playing basketball anymore, he's retired on the sideline, people are going to miss LeBron James. This man is amazing. The little bit I saw of him tonight, the block you showed me, him running down the court, playing defense, stuff like that. LeBron James is still, to this day, 20 years in a dog. As for this playoff series, I don't think the Warriors can beat the Lakers, which now moves this to the Lakers versus possibly either Denver or Phoenix. We want to see Phoenix for the KD showdown with LeBron. But I think Denver might be the better team against the Lakers because the Lakers will crush the Suns, I think. And AD had a big game tonight. AD played big boy ball tonight.
Yeah. Everybody gets nervous and takes a deep breath anytime AD falls. Like, he fell to the ground.
The Warriors, I just don't think have enough to beat the Lakers.
No, they don't.
It's going to propel, like I say, the Lakers into the next round.
I think Draymond Green is not going to be a Warrior next year.
This year, I think he's caused a lot of
problems.
Yes. I think you getting suspended and just always being in the media,
kicking people,
always doing something mad wild. Like that's probably going to not like Dylan Brooks mad wild, but just Draymond
poking
Green.
bears.
Yeah, just Draymond Green, what Draymond Green does. So the playoffs, this NBA playoffs they're really good this year. Really, really good.
He said he pokes bears and. Dylan Brooks. And isn't that slang in the gay community for stuff?
Where's he going to poke bears at? Because the Grizzlies said they're not signing him back. And
he's going to China.
He's not. I wouldn't think he's a hot commodity to sign as a free agent. Like, we got to get Dylan Brooks on our team. Like, I don't know.
He's going to the Philippine Basketball League or wherever there's a mass amount of ladyboys.
That's his thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He going to Malaysia. He's like, I'm gonna play for the Malaysia League. That's the number 25th league in the world. You're better than that. He's like, nah, man.
This is where I belong. That's crazy. Okay. Did you see the you got topics.
Okay. Well, there's been a big brouhaha in the news media lately over mainly two things. There's been an attack on black men, sort of, kind of, by Ebony K. Williams. Sort of, kind of. She was on Ayanna saying she would never mess with a man who drove a bus unless he owned the bus. And there's been a big brouhaha over Ebony K. Williams. Apparently she got some book coming out, so she has to be controversial to get our attention to sell this book. Basically, she was just talking about mediocrity in the black community, particularly towards black men, and just saying a lot of black men were C&D students and saying black men were average, and she wanted something above average.
Everybody doesn't have to be A's and B's.
Yeah.
And second of all, somebody got to draw the damn bus.
Exactly.
Somebody got to draw the motherfucking bus.
It's just a weird world we live in where women just shit on blue collar men. But that's how like Kevin Samuel said, that's how comfortable the world is for you right now. You can, like, you know, there's electricity, so you can do your job.
It's deemed it's becoming crazy that you have to make 6 to 7 figures. You just can't be an average dude no more out here working hard, trying to, you know, just make it through this thing we call life.
You know?
You can't be an average guy. You got to be making 8 figures.
On your way to it.
Well, on your way to it. You know, it's not, but I don't get caught up in that.
It's weird. You know, there's a certain portion of black women I do feel should leave the community to date. I'm not a very big person who encourages swirling. It's definitely not for me, but I see there's a lot of women who are more detrimental to the black community being single than opposed to just getting a white man and leaving us the fuck alone.
I mean,
because she dogging blue collar men because she broke up with her white fiance. That's weird. You know, she broke up with her white fiance who decided to quarantine with his children instead of her. And now she's back in the single market tearing down black men when the last dude, you know, she was really attached to was a white man. Didn't say anything about white men being mediocre. They got to be brothers. Yeah, and so, you know, and all of it is to sell her book. So, you know, that's all this really is about. But
I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot of black women out there who think like that. I think it's more black women who are accepting of the blue collar worker.
I agree.
Is that are not.
I believe it is a small portion.
But there is that portion out there, though. Let's not get that correct.
Them Ebony K. Williams people like this, Amanda Seals, these women who just bitch and moan all day about black men, the black community. It's like you need some dick. And that's really all it's about.
Your life.
Yeah.
Dick in your life.
Yeah, and that's really all it's about, you know. But they go out their way to tear down brothers with these weird expectations.
Like I said, there is nothing wrong with being a hard-working person. My dad was a hard-working person.
Yeah.
You know, that's where a lot of black men saw, that's where a lot of black kids saw their dad actually. Their dads weren't going to work in suits and ties and stuff like that. Like, they were going to do hard labor jobs. You know, that's how.
I got the best of both worlds. My dad went to work in a suit and tie and then came home and fixed cars and cut the grass and. Yeah, he was a weirdo.
Oh, my dad did everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, my dad, he was a military man. You know, he was as blue collar as they come. My dad be out in the field for weeks.
Yeah.
Like, who be out in the field?
That's my dad. He picked watermelons to go through college and worked on the railroad. So yeah, he did all this blue collar work to put himself through school, and then he got white collar work after he graduated.
So that if I don't know anything about black men, especially when I was growing up, it was that they worked.
Yeah.
They were hard
all
working.
The black people in my family worked.
They were hard working. The black men in my family were hard and did hard labor jobs. Like
exactly.
Working in mills and stuff like that. So,
but yeah, like I said, that small portion of our community that's detrimental to us, they just need to date out because they are a detriment. And then there was that other issue I had personally with the Brat and her lover friend.
So
homie.
allegedly they said that the black donor was ugly or something like that.
They said basically what happened, here's the synopsis. They went to a sperm bank. they wanted a black donor. They said there was a very limited quantity of black donors. They said the one black donor they saw sperm for looked like Jiminy Cricket. And so they went ultimately with the. And to me, that's funny acting because, first of all, I've seen a lot of lesbian couples, black lesbian couples, have mulatto babies from these sperm banks, intentionally going after white babies because they want the change in the hair and the eyes and all that. They like to play, they like to play make a baby with the sperm. So that's not uncommon. So this notion that they just couldn't find the Brat. To me, it's bullshit. The Brat is somebody who seems like she's in an industry where people who can help you out, not just celebrities or entertainers, but behind the scenes executives and stuff like that. I mean, you could find black sperm.
But Jiminy Cricket though, like that.
But that's the point I'm trying to say. She could have found a black donor if she wanted to.
If you really wanted one.
But they're giving an excuse, and to me, that's just it's weird. But also on the flip side, they said black donors are very much needed at the sperm bank.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I will tell this to any black man out there: do not donate your sperm to no damn sperm bank unless you need the money. Then do your thing, or if you have sperm you want to hold on to, maybe. For personal reasons, maybe you're about to have surgery or something that's going to prevent you from having a kid. And I get that if you're a man, but outside of that, just going to a sperm bank to donate sperm, I do not trust that shit. Do not give your DNA willingly to a building. You don't know what they're going to do with it. That's why we're ahead of the curve. You got all these white dudes, they just thinking, oh, I get a cookie and $20 for jacking off into a cup. And we like, hey, what you gonna do with our jack off? We deposited in tissues and condoms for free. What are y'all gonna do with our sperm? $20. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a very big proponent of that. Plus, I think you can get put on child support over some shit like that. So yeah, you can go to the clinic, donate sperm. The person can get pregnant, and then the child can file for child support because you can't deny child support to the child. That's not your child. Yeah, it's not your decision. You can deny support to the woman, but the child doesn't have a right to deny the support. So yeah, the child can put you on point for child support, and if the mother's in on it, she'll help her, of course. So yeah, there's a lot negative with sperm donating, and I do not recommend black people going there. And I don't recommend any man going there doing that. I feel like women, if y'all want to get sperm, go at it the old-fashioned way. We don't even have to put it. Just give us a cup when it's time, but you got to do some of the work.
I've been hard up for money, but I don't think
I've been
hard up for money.
Have you ever donated plasma for money? I had in college. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
I might have made a trip down to the plasma.
But I damn sure ain't gonna do. There's just something about getting paid for doing something you do for free. It just takes the love out of it. You're not doing it for the sport anymore. It's not about the money.
So, we can't give no more plasma. Plasma is a wrap.
Yeah. Oh, no. I haven't given plasma since my early 20s. No, I wouldn't want to do that. That's some crackhead shit. If I see anybody over 30 in the plasma center, I know life ain't working out for you.
So, all right. Did you see the videos from Mocha Fest?
Mocha Fest? I did not. What is Mocha Fest?
It was something I believe down in Texas or something.
Ooh.
There were some videos that got out about from Mocha Fest, and they were down there having a really good time. Might have to pay Mocha Fest visit if the opportunity arises in the upcoming years. Might definitely have to do it. Mm-hmm. So, why is it a good idea to leave your hometown? I think a lot of people get caught up in the idea of just comfortability and just staying where they're from. Like, I hear people all the time saying, I've never left here before.
Yeah.
And you be like, why not? Like,
I had to leave Maryland. I left Maryland at 18 after I graduated high school and just came to Central and stayed in North Carolina afterwards. I had to leave Maryland after 18 because I knew if I didn't leave then, I'd be in Maryland right now.
And I think a lot of, especially black people, I think a lot of us get comfortable. We're kind of known at home, stuff like that. And you're afraid to go and
other places,
try something different.
Yeah.
And like I said, I hear a lot of people like, I've never left Raleigh. Like, why haven't you left Raleigh? Like, Raleigh ain't
Raleig's cool.
Raleigh is cool.
You have to you have to be from another place to, I guess, really appreciate Raleigh. I could understand being in this area your whole life, not really experiencing life somewhere else and not appreciating what it is here. But I mean, Raleigh cool. I had plenty of opportunities to leave if I didn't.
Raleigh is super cool.
I work remotely. I work remotely. I could technically live anywhere in the continental U.S.
But I tell all my friends, like, move away from home for a little bit.
Yeah,
just
cool.
move away for like a couple of months just to get an experience.
Yeah, that first month is always rough in a new city. I'll tell you that, especially at 18 when I ain't have my social skills and money together, and I still look like an immigrant fresh off the boat.
You.
Yeah,
it definitely helped you.
Yes, it did.
Like you say, it helped your socialization skills and everything.
Yeah,
else.
oh yeah, it forced me. Yeah, it forced me because I didn't have that comfort in Maryland. Plus, I always said I don't want to go to college with niggas I knew in third grade. That was something else. I'm like, y'all, I want to go to college with niggas who don't know when I peed my drawers in first grade. Yeah.
I'm going to make new memories.
Yeah, that's some shit to carry. That's some shit to carry. Like, yeah, I remember when you shit your drawers in second grade, nigga. Like, I don't want people around me remembering that.
I'm going for new memories with new friends.
Yeah, you be talking to a girl in your 20s, like, yeah, you know you shit his drawers in second grade. I was in the class. Smelled terrible. Yeah, you don't want people having memories like, oh, and for the record, I never shit my drawers. This ain't about me. I'm just making up an example. I shit my drawers in kindergarten. That was when it was more acceptable.
Wait a minute. So, I got one more topic.
Go for it.
What is your ideal first date? What is your ideal first date?
Mine, it's always something simple. I like to go out for bubble tea or something light.
Boba tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of my old friends put me on that. And it's all right.
No, I've been on boba for like the past 8 years because I went out to, actually 20 years. I first had it when I went out to L.A. to visit my sister in 2004, and she took me to this Vietnamese spot, and that's where I first had it. And ever since then.
Boba out.
Yeah. But there was no spots in Raleigh, so I just didn't have a craving for it. Then one popped up like 2010, and that's when I started having it.
Now.
Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere now, and I love it. But yeah, I tell fellas, take them to boba because usually it's something. I guarantee you they're gonna like it. It's sugary, it's sweet. You know, it's sweet tea. It's flavored sweet tea. It has bubbles in it, and you take them there, and it makes you sound cultured because it's something new she may have not experienced. So yeah, you take it there to a nice boba spot. It's something cheap, inexpensive. Y'all sit down and talk. In different boba shops have different drinks and different stuff on the menu. Also, another thing I like to recommend, you take them out to pho. They got a bunch of ramen houses and pho houses, and that shit be banging. And it's mad cheap. You can get a bowl of pho for like $12.
Pho is definitely good.
Pho is awesome. And like I said, it's exotic to them. Hood rats don't eat pho. If you bring a hood rat to pho, and they'll love it.
So that's your first date go to.
Pho,
pho
or bubble tea.
Phoba. Those are good. See, a lot of people be like, the restaurant.
I like to sit down and have a meal.
That's cool. That's cool. I like Starbucks. Starbucks is dope. Like something like Panera. Panera's cool.
Panera's dope.
Panera's cool. Let me think something else. Because you want to be able to sit down and talk. Yeah,
I like going to movies personally, but not a first date. I mean, but I usually do a first date at a movie because there's usually a movie out that I want to see, and I don't care if it's a first date. That shouldn't prevent me from seeing the movie. Yeah. I wish I had a date to see Evil Dead, the new one. I would have instead of watch the bootleg at the crib by myself. That'd have been cool.
The bootleg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's still what it is. It's a bootleg. Just because it's streaming online don't mean it ain't somebody in the theater with a camcorder.
And see, that way with the first date, you do a simple first date so you can keep elevating.
Yeah.
The next date.
Never spend a lot of money on a first date. Well, I mean, unless it's your choice. Don't ever do it under the guise of you're trying to impress
Like
her.
Jordan Poole spending $500,000 on his date with Ice Spice.
I don't believe he did that. I believe that's a fake rumor.
I believe that might be a fake. That's a lot of money.
Because Jordan Poole's salary is only like $4 million. Like, for real. And that's before taxes. So, like, he only has maybe about 2.5 after it's all said and done. And you saying he spent 1/5 of his salary on one date? I don't believe that.
I don't want to believe that.
I don't believe it.
I don't want to believe that, and I probably
I would need to see the receipts of something. Somebody has to show something to get me to believe that, because I haven't seen anything that proves that. I just saw a rumor, a meme. That was it. And like I said, that's a lot of money for a guy making,
What the hell are you doing for a $500,000 date? Like, what in the world?
I don't believe it's real.
Like,
it's not possible.
Like, what in the world is going on?
If you have
with something,
I'm sorry, if you spend that much and you didn't get a new shelter or a car,
like you're leaving with something that's yours.
There's nothing. Yeah, no. If a guy got to spend $500,000, please at least get a condo or a house, like some form of living. Like I said, shelter or a car. That's just too much. What are you going to spend $500,000 on? In terms of shopping space.
Dancer ain't dancers. They're like not spending that type of money on.
Like, there ain't that much clothing or jewelry.
I had to throw that out there. I saw the rumor.
Yeah, but I seriously doubt that's real. And keep in mind, he's in California where the taxes are fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, he was taxed heavily, and I seriously doubt he would spend that much money on him. But it's a cute rumor. It got the people talking.
Yeah, so my advice to guys first day is start low and work your way up.
Yes.
Impress. Like, you can't, if you're impressing out the gate, it's going to be hard to outdo impress. So if you work your way up meagerly and stuff like that, it'll do a lot better.
I hope so.
All right. Got to give a shout out to Kelli Jo. Got to give a shout out to Budha. Got to give a shout out to my man Locked In with Kingpin. Thanks for having us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It is Saturday night. Y'all are probably getting ready to go out, hit these streets. Please, no drinking and driving tonight. We appreciate all our loyal, faithful watchers. We appreciate all the new viewers. The effing podcast, 919 on YouTube. Catch us on Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out 8th and Fancy.
Shout out.
Have a great start to your week. I think we can ready to go. We just can ready to go.
I'm laying it down. I drove 5 hours today. I drove from Maryland to North Carolina earlier today. We did the radio station interview with Kingpin, and we did a nice 2-hour show.
Next week.
I'm going to bed.
Next week.
Accomplished.
Mommy Day show.
Oh, yeah, it's Mother's Day.
Next week is Mommy Day.
Ladies, you still have 1 week for me to allow you to be a mother. You can holler at me.
Next week is the Mommy Day show. We definitely ain't forgetting Mommy Day because there's a lot of women who are mommies that are important to us and, a lot of people. So
indeed.
Next week is Mommy Day. We're on it. It's the F, and y'all have a safe start to y'all week. Catch y'all next Saturday.